planning stages of it. That really kind of took about a year, and then last year we did the build on it, and now we're going to finally have the dedication for it, so here we go. There's a lot of people that were involved in doing this. There's a lot of thank yous that need to go out. A lot of people involved. I got into this, and I was kind of shocked at how, in the end, how many people, how much stuff it takes to pull all this off. But for starters, like, you got to get the stuff lined up too. Okay, the biggest one goes out to all the donors for the bricks. Okay, now you all know who you are. 50% of the cost of the brick went towards the funding to build the wall. I was gonna like mention names and stuff, but I'm not going to. You go up and look at them. I mean, we had some families that were just huge, and appreciate all their donating. We tried to keep all of the names, family names, in order, kind of like progress, you know, with respect to their heritage and such. So it was really interesting going through all that. So many people, just crazy how many people you end up talking to when you get into that brick thing. It was very interesting to do all that. Let's see. I guess the next one goes out for the Wyandotte County Community Foundation. They granted us a $3,000 grant towards doing this. And that was really just about half of what the cost of this entire project was. And I really got to throw out a big thank you to them for that. That was quite generous. And then on that note, the people from the Fantasy of Lights were involved. They helped Peggy a lot about that grant. She was seeking a lot of different grants, and that's what we were able to get. Those people were quite helpful at doing that. Let's see. The people of Eden Chapel Church, they donated the bell. That bell is just absolutely beautiful. Kenny Beamer knows a lot more of the details on that. That is a high-end bell. That is a nice piece, and I really love the way it sits right in the center of the whole deal. I think it's just a beautiful piece. Totally appreciate it. I think this is the right place for that bell to be. Let's see, what's the next one? Okay, I've got to put a thanks out to Edna and Del Armstrong. Underneath the bell, that 1906 stone, that was the Maple Grove School. That came out of Maple Grove. That was the one up on 231 and 43. That school is not there anymore, but that was obviously in, I would imagine, up high somewhere. I'm not really sure about that, but thanks to them, another good piece of history. I think that's where it belongs, right here. Thanks to Don and Marilyn Wilson. They got a brass plate from 1931 on that side, maybe says 37. They donated that plaque. They had that, and it looks great. The other plaque on the left side here, I'm not really sure where that came from, but it was inside the township building, and we moved it out here. And then again, I think all that stuff really belongs right there on that wall. Okay, and another huge one. Okay, Jim Schilling. Okay, him and his crew, his people, they saved those stones, the Eden School stone, those three big stones on top, those corbels on the bottom. To me, it's just amazing. They got those giant stones out there in beautiful condition. And I'll tell you what, those things are big and they are heavy. Okay? They are bad. That was kind of a factor too with contractors that were looking about bidding on this job. They were like, yeah, I got something else to do, you know, get some of that. So that was quite a factor. Let's see. Okay, Banford, Jimmy got the stones. Let's see. On that note, the Chapman family, you see, they own the school over there, and they did donate the stones. So we got to thank the Chapman family for, you know, letting us actually have them. Well, like on the big stone thing, so that was an issue. Bird Vault, Tom, Micah Bird, they donated the capstone for the bell, the caps on the return walls, and when it came time to set those stones, Micah came down with that big boom truck that they got, and they made straps and stuff, and they hooked it on that boom truck. And that thing is just perfect. I mean, they just went in there and they set those things just the way it needed to be. If you've ever done any masonry, I mean, that is just absolutely critical to get them to set right. And it was just beautiful how that happened. They just donated all that. I think Micah was here the better part of a day one day just setting those stones. And that worked out great. Let's see. Okay, and something else I did too was like when we got the engraved bricks, uh, they they received delivery for them. They came on a semi truck and they took delivery down there at their business. And then when we were ready for them, Tom just put them on a tow motor and brought them down. And they've been very helpful, very generous through the whole thing. Much appreciation. Another great donor, Buckeye Concrete. The footer on that thing is huge. There's like 8 or 9 cubic yards of concrete in there. And they donated probably 90% of the cost of that. Concrete costs about $100 a yard, so just do some quick math. They almost gave the whole thing to us, so you know, that was big. Much appreciation on that. ABW Excavation, Alan Weaver. He did the excavation for it, loaded the dirt in his truck, got rid of it. He furnished that dig for us, much appreciated that. A lot of dirt came out of the hole. Then we were ready for the bricks. We need to excavate that side out of there again. And Sean Stover came over. He did the excavate and put the stone in there so that we could prepare a bed there for those paving bricks. Okay, huge thanks to that Devin Aaron Leckie. They were actually the contractors that did the build. Okay, it's father-son operation, and those guys are great to work with. They did a beautiful job. I'd recommend them to anybody. I'm so glad that we got them to do the build. It worked out great. I spent a good deal of time here with them on it. That has actually got a lot of detail to it. It's really not an easy one with a lot of lines to follow. And I think they did an excellent job. I much appreciate their work. Let's see. That's the next one. Okay, after that, like just earlier this year, we wanted to landscape around the perimeter of this. We were just thinking some landscaping stuff. And the way it ended up, Scott Ogg offered to do, he does decorator concrete. They offered to do a decorator concrete around the perimeters on it. So that's how that came out on that. Now, we were just planning on like stones or something, you know, to trim it with. But when that came up, so we went with a decorator concrete. And I thought it really put a lot of depth and size on the whole project. So thank you for that. Let's see. Thanks Kirby Sand and Gravel. They provided all the mason sand and the gravel for underneath the stone bed. They just gave it to us and brought it over. Peggy Mooney. Okay. I gotta put something out here for Peggy. Yeah. Okay. She got, yeah. Okay. She don't get enough recognition on this, okay? She got the ball rolling on the whole thing totally. She got me involved in it, and then I made, just originally talking about it, and then I made a design drawing for what we've got here. And in my mind, that's what I thought I was going to do. I thought I was going to walk away from it then. Well, that's not how it ended up going. So I guess in the end, I guess I called myself project engineers, among other names. But yeah, she really got the ball rolling on that, and just some of the stuff that she has done. Let's see here. Okay, so the sale of the bricks. Okay, she found the brick company. They did a great job. They got used Belden bricks, and high quality bricks. They did a beautiful job engraving. Got a great price on them. She made up the order forms and organized the sale of those bricks. Let's see. Okay, she made the contacts that got the grant from the Wyandotte Community Foundation. But she played a huge role in getting all this done. Big motivator. On that note, Debbie Phillipson, she helped out with that. She just provided an extensive list of names and made envelopes and addresses and stuff, helped Peggy out. Much appreciated, Debbie. see, Pat Riedel, she bought the flowers. It's been on there all summer. She's been taking care of them and watering them and stuff. It looks beautiful. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Eden Homemakers. Okay, they prepared their food today, and we can't have a meeting without food. And they've done a great job. Thank you, girls. Thank you very much. Let's see, Eden Homemakers. About the trustees, thank you for having your dedication today. And it's like all of the stuff you got to go through to do it. It turned into a big hobby of mine, actually. I ended up coming to an awful lot of meetings. I had no idea how this keeps going on and on and on, but it turned into my hobby, and I had a good time with it. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. I've learned a lot about what kind of goes on with all these little government meetings and stuff, too. So it's kind of enlightening for me. Another one that was involved was Richard Audrey. I needed a cosign we had to have a checking account to have for our funds, so we write checks and stuff, and then find out all the little government things that you have to do, and nonprofit and all that. And we ended up going to the First Citizens National Bank a few times together because I had to cosign. And so Richard helped me out with that. That was great. Okay. Well, someone had to be there. Thank you, Richard. Let's see. I think I just about got them. I probably forgot someone. Well, I know I did because there's so many involved. Like the Daily Chief Union. Okay, they did a story that kind of got all this rolling, and got the idea in people's head that we were doing this, and they're here today doing a follow-up on it. So I really appreciate our local paper being out here and supporting us on this. I don't know if that's too long-winded or not. I think I've got it said. If anyone has anything else to add.
I have something to add. We need to thank Mr. Mooney for all of his effort. We had many conversations during the course of this project, and he did an awesome job. So I just want to make sure he gets
Another round of applause for the trustees and everybody.
I'm glad we got it all done. It looks beautiful.
Yep, sure does.
I've got a lot of compliments on that. I have.
Carson, how many generations, I know different families that been here long, are involved here. I'm the 5th generation. I got a 6th generation grandkid. They live in Michigan, but I was here in Eden Township 5 generations.
Okay.
How many other guys? Some of you should. How long you guys been here?
There's tons of them. It's just
My
we had
family was
conversations
Anyway.
with
Yeah.
we had
Count.
conversations with people that are in Florida, Indiana. I think we had a couple Hawaii people who had called. Mr. Westerman, which I need to make sure he gets a copy of the paper. And I sent him a message to let him know that we were finally having the dedication. So, and I'm not sure if he's in Florida or if he's in Indiana, but I know he's 90 plus age-wise. So, and he's got his family bricks in here. He wanted to make sure. So, it was just, we had so many people that were from areas.
And it was amazing that these people from so far away, we had it in the paper. We're trying to get the word out, but you're not getting people. And then from that far away, they contact you, and it's just it's incredible. So very interesting project.
Oh, yeah, it'll ring.
Yeah.
Want to go ring the bell?